Hello everyone, my name is Dee. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome back if you have been here before. Today we are going to be doing a quick little reading to see what your person's current thoughts are about you and about the connection that the two of you share. With that said, this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. If it does not resonate with you, then it is not meant for you. For pile 1, we have smoky quartz. For pile 2, we have sodalite. And for pile 3, we have rose quartz. Hello, pile 1, my smoky quartz pile. Let's take a look at what your person is currently thinking about you and about the connection that you share. Okay, let's take a look. What is on your person's mind in regard to you and the connection between you both? My pile 1s. We have the Page of Wands, the Strength card, got 2 of them flying out to the floor. The first one was the Empress, and the second card is the Queen of Cups. And we've got the Three of Cups here, Page of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. So that's pretty nice to see. 2 divine counterparts jumping out in regard to this reading. Overall, I feel like when it comes to your person's current thoughts about you and about the connection is that they're, trending very positively. Let's say we start out with the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands to me immediately is going to bring up that there's interest. Like that this person is very interested in you. I feel like this person's trying to make plans with you or has been making plans with you, etc. For me, I look at the Page of Wands a lot of times as a card that indicates something like communication and action. So a lot of times when the Page of Wands jumps out, that's a pretty clear indication of this person trying to communicate with you more, trying to see you more, making plans with you, setting up dates with you, etc. More so, of course, in regard or in alignment with whatever the two of you are to right now currently. We do have the Three of Cups jumping out a little bit later, which to me can be an indication that maybe for the time being, the two of you are just friends. Doesn't have to be, but for those of us where it resonates, where we are just friends with this person at this point in time, the Page of Wands to me would indicate this person, again, trying to see you more, trying to make more plans with you, communicating with you more, etc. And you might be starting to get the vibe from them that they look at you as a little bit more than a friend because of the fact that the both of you, or because of the fact that this person's constantly trying to basically set dates with you. But anyway, Page of Wands to me would indicate this person wanting to see you more. For some reason, something that keeps coming to mind, obviously won't resonate with everyone, but something that keeps coming to mind to me too is like a concert. So maybe the two of you are going to a concert together. Maybe this person's inviting you to a concert. Maybe this person is a musician and they're inviting you to go watch them play, that sort of thing. So again, that might just be further information for someone or hopefully some people, but that's something for some reason that's coming out very strongly here. But anyway, Page of Wands, this person's, I feel like it also goes beyond this person just thinking about making plans with you or thinking of trying to communicate with you more. I feel like with that Page of Wands, this person is doing so. The Strength card to me is going to bring up several different things. The first thing being that this person has built up their confidence. They're in a place right now where they're ready to make a move. So that could mean that they're trying to deepen the level of commitment with you. That could mean that they built up the confidence they need to ask you out, etc., that sort of thing. It could also be an indication that if we're talking about like the next level of commitment within this connection, that this person is, has built up their confidence in order to be able to do so. And perhaps that's why you're seeing this person more or hearing from this person more, etc. Now, the other thing with the Strength card as well is at times it could represent holding oneself back. And it's when it comes out like this and with the card surrounding it, it's actually kind of a good thing, because what this could indicate, especially with the Page of Wands, and we also have the Page of Pentacles a little bit later, pages at times can be a little bit immature, or a lot of it immature. So to me, that Strength card is highlighting that this person is holding themselves back so that they're not doing anything too quick, too soon into this relationship. Like, they're not trying to rush physical intimacy. They're not trying to come on too strong, that sort of thing. And I feel like when we move forward to the Empress and the Queen of Cups and even the Strength card, there's a huge indication of this person being extremely physically attracted to you. So with that said, it just seems like to me this person's not trying to rush anything here. And even at times for you, maybe you felt like this person was holding themselves back. And if you felt that way, I would say that you are correct. And I feel like they're holding themselves back again because they're not trying to rush anything or do anything too fast, too soon in regard to this connection. You know, they want it to unfold at a natural pace, let's say. We move forward to the Empress. The Empress to me is a perfect blend of physical and emotional intimacy. I feel like that's a strong indication that this person looks at you as someone who they can settle down with. And a little bit later, we have the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles, to me, I would say is representative of thoughts of settling down. Page of Pentacles to me will bring up potential, and in this case, this person sees that there is obvious potential within this connection between you both. They look at you as being someone who could be marriage material. They see that there's potential for this connection to evolve into something much, much deeper than perhaps it might be right now. And again, I'm getting that mainly from the Three of Cups, and for those of us who might have started out as friends or colleagues with this person. But the Empress to me, especially with that mixture of the Page of Pentacles, is going to bring up that this person looks at you as like a potential life partner or potential marriage material, that sort of thing. The other thing with the Empress is that this person, especially when we move forward to the Queen of Cups, I feel like there's similar messages that I could get from both of those cards, where this person feels like you're very nurturing. This person feels very comfortable around you. They think that they can be themselves around you, and you perhaps have throughout time. Even when it comes to that Strength card, maybe at times you felt like this person has held back. Maybe at times this person hasn't been as emotionally vulnerable or emotionally expressive as they could have been. But now that you and this person are spending more time together, seeing one another more, going on more dates, etc., whatever the case might be, you're really beginning to see this person for who they actually are. And part of that's because they feel like they can trust you, they feel confident enough, and they feel comfortable enough to be themselves within this connection. Okay, we move forward to the Three of Cups. Again, maybe we started out as friends, or maybe for some of us, again, we're dating this person, but we're really feeling like we're building the foundation of a friendship between the two of us. You know, we're really like, we perhaps maybe, again, with that wonderful blend of physical and emotional intimacy, maybe certain aspects of this connection took a very romantic turn, and now the two of us are really getting to know one another on a deeper level, even getting to know one another on that deep friendship level as well. All in all, what this is, let's say, culminating in is that your person, again, sees that there's potential for there to be a very long-term, very happy, very healthy, very committed romantic relationship into the future. We have the King of Cups, and the King of Cups to me would imply several things here. The first thing being deepening the level of commitment within this connection. That hasn't happened already. I feel like that's something that's upcoming quite soon into the near future here. When it comes to the King of Cups, this would also indicate like this person expressing themselves, this person becoming a lot more emotionally vulnerable with you or around you, this person feeling a lot more comfortable with you. And then when we have this combo of the Queen and the King of Cups, I feel like for a lot of us, it's a strong indication that this person is falling for us. Of course, this would make more sense dependent on how long the two of you have been together or been seeing one another or have even known one another. So for some of us, it could be that this person's falling in love. For others, this person might be falling into, let's say, puppy love with you. You know, like this person's beginning to get a lot more infatuated by you. This person's feelings for you are growing stronger and stronger each and every time that the two of you see one another or spend time with one another. It just overall is indicative that there's a huge amount of potential for a very happy, very healthy, very committed, and long-term romantic relationship when it comes to this connection. Okay, overall, I would say that this is a very beautiful reading. It just feels very much so to me that you and this person are real. Like, I feel like for a lot of us, we're really beginning to get to know this person on a much deeper level. So I'm not sure how much that will resonate with you. Maybe for some of us, we've been with this person for a little bit of time, and maybe for some of us, we just met this person a couple weeks ago. But I feel like one of the things that's taking place within this connection is your person beginning to open up to you more and more. And again, maybe for some of us, it took a while. Like it took a while for us to see this person's, or to see different sides of this person, or to see this person feel comfortable enough to truly express themselves. And maybe for others, it's been a couple weeks and you're finally starting to see this person open up to you more, etc. and so on. Whatever the case might be, I feel like one of the markers of this connection is that this person, almost like droves isn't the right word. I don't know of the right expression, and I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue. But the floodgates. It's almost like the floodgates have opened up, and this person's beginning to show a lot more of themselves to you. And I hope that makes sense for you, but that's something that I'm getting from this reading. So it is what it is. We've got must list. We have be unapologetically self-loving. Decide on must-haves, then release it to the universe. Maybe for some of us, as I throw the card off the table, maybe for some of us, we have been manifesting for this. But I feel like just in general, when it comes to, first of all, everybody, it's just good advice. Be unapologetically self-loving. It's just good advice. And to be honest, I feel like maybe that has something to do with your person. Like I was just saying, for some of us, it's like all of a sudden the floodgates have opened up and this person's really starting to show you exactly who they are. And that's in a positive way. It's not like you're seeing this person's true colors and all these red flags are popping out. What's being indicated here is that this person, is showing you their emotional side, or they're opening up to you, etc. and so on. And overall, it's been a very positive experience. But I feel like that be unapologetically self-loving could go back into the strength card, could go back into this person becoming more emotionally vulnerable. It could go back to this person building up their confidence, and now they feel more comfortable expressing themselves, etc. and so on. Okay, and I feel like even when it comes to decide on your must-haves, I feel like perhaps this person, and it's vice versa. Like, you look at your person and you see a lot of things that you've been wanting for, or hoping for, or manifesting for, and your person's looking at you the same way. Okay, let's get one more card. What are you? Of course, it falls straight to the floor. And we have the card emotional intimacy, and that is for sure something that's been building and growing within this connection. So this card says on it, healing relationship with yourself / inner child precedes successful relationships. Love is energy. So even with that, I feel like maybe for some of us, it could just be even that being some confirmation. I feel like, first of all, your person has perhaps been on this healing journey, just because of the fact that we start out with that strength card bringing up that this person had to build up their confidence in order for things to move forward within this connection. But maybe for you yourself as well, maybe you've been taking time focusing on your own healing, etc. and so on, and now you feel ready and you have put yourself back into the dating pool. And I feel like something similar could be going on with your person, especially because of the messages that came through with the strength card. So overall, all in all, it seems like the two of you are, let's say separately, the two of you are in a healthy state of mind. The two of you have been focusing on your own healing, and the two of you are ready to put yourself out there in regard to a romantic relationship. Okay, we have the friendship card jumping out next, and this card says true friend, solid friendship, authentic, would do anything for you and always there no matter what. Again, I feel like that could serve as confirmation for some of us. Like we either started out as friends or we're currently friends with this person. Or again, maybe for some of us that have been with this person, maybe one of our main focuses or main priorities has been on building a stronger foundation of a friendship. It's funny because we got a message like that a couple weeks ago. I have no idea for what type of reading I was doing, but I remember there being this message of like, oh, it seems like you guys have been together for a while, but there's this focus on building a stronger friendship with one another because this person wants to not only be lovers, but they want to be best friends too. So maybe there's a similar vibe going on here. Another thing too, which I don't think I even mentioned, or I got distracted when it came to emotional intimacy, but again, very strong message, especially backing up that Queen of Cups and that King of Cups, that emotional intimacy is really beginning to grow within this connection. And again, you are seeing, I keep wanting to say, like, you're seeing a much deeper side of this person than you've ever seen before. And I feel like that's because they're opening up more and they're expressing themselves more. And with that said, we have ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. So again, I feel like when it comes to this person is growing and evolving. I feel like when it comes to you, you have also spent time focusing on yourself, getting your own shit together. And I feel like you yourself have also spent time focusing on healing and growing and evolving. And now the two of you together seem to be moving forward toward and preparing for union with one another if you are not already in union with one another. All in all, this seems to be a very happy and healthy relationship, and it certainly seems as though the two of you have been growing and evolving and learning from and with one another. I really hope that this made sense in some way. My pile ones, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful weekend. Hello, pile two. Let's take a look at what your person is currently thinking about you and about the connection that you both share. Okay, let's take a look. What is your person currently thinking about you and the connection between you both? We start out with the King of Swords, the Two of Cups, the Magician, the Ten of Wands, and what are you falling to the floor all the way over here? Oh my goodness, we've got the King of Cups. Okay, I'm sorry to catch a dog bark on camera. I paused it as soon as I could, but I just wanted to show and put down the King of Cups on camera. Let's get maybe one more card out here. And we've got the Seven of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles was at the bottom of the deck. So one thing that kind of made me chuckle at the beginning of this is, like, I almost feel like emotions are very hard for your person, which is funny. Like, we start out with the King of Swords, and then this is followed by the Two of Cups, which is a very romantic card. And then a little bit later, we have the King of Cups, and the King of Cups is excellent, let's say, at expressing their emotions. So to me, to see the King of Swords start us out, that would indicate to me that this person does not very often, if at all, wear their heart on their sleeve. They're very head over heart. This person's very logical, practical, etc. And I almost get this indication of, like, you've I feel like this whole reading is going to sound like very corny, but it's kind of like you've awoken something in them. It's kind of the vibe that ends up being here, because we get this King of Swords. Almost to the point of emotionless, almost again to that point of emotions being very difficult for your person. But when we look at the Two of Cups is instantly going to draw me back toward that this person does have very strong romantic feelings for you. They might not be the best at expressing those romantic feelings. They might not always be the best in showing you how they feel about you or expressing to you how they feel about you, but it's not as though those feelings are not there. Then we move forward to the Magician, and the Magician to me is bringing up this indication of this person really trying their hardest. Like, and I don't know who this is going to make sense for. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest, because I clearly don't know your situation as well as you do. But to me, to see that magician there and then followed with the Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Wands is this card of something feeling burdensome or something being difficult to do, something being stressful and overwhelming. It's almost as though either the emotions that they are feeling are overwhelming them trying to express these emotions is absolutely something that's overwhelming to them. Etc. and so on. It just seems like to me that this person has a very difficult time expressing themselves. It seems like to me, as far as this person is concerned, it's almost like they want you to know that they are trying their best. But I mean, for some of us, this person's best could be us settling for way less than we deserve. And that's why I said you need to, like, I guess here in this case, use discernment, take what resonates and leave the rest. Because for some of us, it could be like this person is putting in no effort at all, but in their mind, they think that they're trying. And in our mind, we're, again, settling for less than we deserve. But of course, for some of us, we might see, no, okay, this person really is trying. This person, put in time, effort, and energy here. Or this person's done this for me, or they've said that to me. And it's all kind of been proving to me and showing me that they, are meaning what they say when they express themselves. Or they are, like that their actions do have meaning, that there is something here between us, etc. and so on. So I feel like pile 2, use discernment in regard to this situation, just because of the fact that it's such the strong message of this person trying their best. And that all of this is either very new to them, which could indicate that they are inexperienced in regard to relationships, or all of this is very new to them because, again, that corny, you've awoken something within them, and they've never quite felt this way about someone else before, and they're, let's say, confused or misguided on what to do and how to act. So anyway, King of Swords, they're very head over heart, very logical, practical, etc. Don't always have the right words to say. I feel like even in regard to that, and then when we move forward a little bit and we see the Magician, and the Magician is a card of skills, talents, and abilities. The Magician is a card of resources. And in regard to love and romance, the Magician is a card of deepening the level of commitment within a connection and making positive movement forward within a connection. And basically what I'm trying to say here is I feel like this person is much better with their actions showing you how they feel than they would be expressing to you how they feel, at least at this point. But to see the King of Cups a little bit later, it goes to show that this person's working on that. But for me, I feel like for a lot of us, and again, use discernment, take what resonates, whatever. But for me, it just seems like this person, let's say, does actions or is very action oriented in regard to showing you how they feel, but they're definitely not the best at expressing it, and expressing their feelings. And I feel like even when we move a little bit forward and we see that Ten of Wands next to the King of Cups, even that can be an indication of, feelings stress me out, or like the amount of feelings that I have for you overwhelm me, or I don't know exactly how to process the emotions that I am feeling for you, etc. and so on. Not sure exactly how that resonates to your exact situation with your person, but that is a very strong message that is coming through here. So I do hope that it makes sense for at least somebody out there listening to this. But for me, it just has a very strong message of like, it's actually bringing up a song for me, but it's not. It actually, no, I guess it kind of is. The song that I'm like hearing in my head right now is "The Future Freaks Me Out" by Motion City Soundtrack. So not sure if that has a special connection to your connection, or if that's a song that you know of, or if that's a band that they like. Whatever the case might be, maybe it's just for the confirmation for some people. But even, I don't know why that song is coming to mind. Instantly started channeling it, but it's coming up, like the song of course goes, "The future freaks me out," but first I was hearing "These feelings freak me out" to the tune of the song, and that's kind of what's coming up here for me. I just feel like, and of course for a lot of us, you might be listening to this, I don't feel like getting ripped to shreds in the comments, but again, this is where you use discernment, because for some of us, we might not have the patience to be dealing with this person and waiting for their feelings to stop freaking them or stressing them out. And that's perfectly okay. But these are the messages that I'm getting, and I'm only going to try to, as honestly as I can, read the cards that are in front of me. So with all of that said, the feelings are freaking them out. They do like you, let's say, like, so there's that. It's like there are feelings that this person has for you. I feel like their feelings for you are very strong. I also feel like for some of us, though, and of course, take what resonates and leave the rest, because this might be where I lose even more people, but I do feel like something that's coming out here is that part of the reason why this person could be feeling freaked out is because they feel like there's pressure on them. And I'm getting that from the Ten of Wands and the Magician. Like with that Magician card, the first thing that I got when the card jumped out was, I'm trying my best. And I feel like with this person, it's like they are trying their best. And for you, their best could be absolute horseshit, and you don't want it in your life anymore. And again, that's perfectly okay. But what's coming through here is like this person is trying their absolute best. This person has feelings for you. This person sees or feels that things are going places in regard to this connection, and they are trying their best. And I feel like they feel like there is this pressure on them to maybe be this King of Cups. You know, maybe they're more so of a King of Swords type of character. They're more logical. They're more practical. They have difficulty expressing their emotions. They're more head over heart. You know, like that's just not, they don't wear their heart on their sleeve type of thing. And maybe there is pressure on them to be this, you know, romantic King of Cups that always knows the right thing to say, that always knows exactly how to, you know, express themselves or be a listening ear. You know, maybe this person was just, I'm going to say like built different. You know, like this person is that King of Swords. They're not so much that King of Cups persona. And they feel this pressure that they have to act as the King of Cups, but it's very much so outside of their character or outside of their personality. And it's not to say that they can't have those King of Cups qualities. And it's not to say, or it's not a matter of them not caring. It's more so just a matter of them never having to utilize the skills that the King of Cups has, because they are and have always been such a King of Swords character. I don't know if that makes sense or who that will make sense for. But again, King of Swords, logical, practical, head over heart. And then the King of Cups is, let's say, emotionally balanced, you know, or like emotionally expressive. King of Cups is romantic. The King of Cups, again, always knows what to say, how to say it, or when just to be a listening ear. While the King of Swords is much more blunt, let's say, much more honest. Not to say that the King of Cups is not honest and trustworthy, but as far as being blunt, or even as far as, let's say, seeing things like the King of Swords, I don't know how to describe it, but I'm just trying to give some background just for people that are maybe getting confused, and I'm like, oh, they're the King of Swords, not the King of Cups. But I feel like when it comes to the King of Swords, you know, he's much more mental and logical, while the King of Cups is much more emotional. Okay? So I hope that that's making sense in some type of way. But for me, that King of Swords is just almost at times too, even the King of Swords, whether he's upright or in reverse, can almost come off as being cold, even when he's upright. It's kind of like they're not as in tune with their emotions. Or some of them, they are in tune with their emotions, but they have a higher level of discernment that allows for them to pick and choose. Well, the King of Cups is emotionally balanced, but his emotions are in everything or involved in everything. Whatever the case might be, I want to get off of this. What I do feel like the message is here, again, the feelings freak them out. They are doing their very best. But when we go to that Seven of Pentacles, again, maybe you don't have the patience for it. Maybe you do. I feel like for many of us, let's say, the Seven of Pentacles is indicative of something cultivating. It's indicative of something growing and evolving. It's indicative of seeing the potential in something. of wanting to build a stronger foundation together. And I feel like that Seven of Pentacles is highlighting that your person thinks that there is a future here between the both of you. But I feel like they feel a lot of pressure on them right now. And part of that pressure could be about the future that the two of you see with one another. Part of that pressure could be for them to express themselves. Part of that pressure could be like that you're going to lose patience with them because you're sick and tired of waiting for them to catch up to you, especially when it comes to emotional intimacy or emotional intelligence, and so on and so forth. I'm going to get some oracle cards out here so I stop beating this to death. So let's get some oracle cards out here, my pile twos. Okay, we have strategy. Strategy, have a game plan, implement daily routines that support your goals, be clear about your desires. All in all, that's a good card, but the strategy aspect of it just makes me laugh because of the King of Swords. Like the King of Swords being the King of Swords, let's say, always having a plot or a plan. Even the Seven of Pentacles, that's funny because I usually refer to the Seven of Pentacles as a card of plotting and planning in certain contexts. So I feel like it's almost like I feel like your person has a game plan, let's say, when it comes to the relationship or when it comes to the connection that the two of you share. But, and that, of course, could be something like them putting pressure on themselves or them feeling pressure, whatever the case might be. There is this indication of them feeling pressured in some type of way, whether that's pressure that they're getting from you or pressure that they're putting on themselves. But anyway, it's like I do feel like your person has a game plan in regard to this connection, but there's certain things that you want and need to see out of this person first. And of course, that could be an area where this person feels like there's pressure being put on them. But it does almost remind me of, and of course, this is not going to resonate for everyone, but it does kind of remind me of like, you want to see this person do or act in a certain way before you're going to be willing to trust them enough to make whatever positive movement forward that you two want to make with one another. And that, again, of course, could be another area where this person feels like there's pressure put on them. Like, for example, if you've been asking for this person to maybe, like, express themselves more to you, or if you've been asking for this person to be more romantic, whatever the case might be, and a slew of things that you could be asking of them. And they continue to say that they're doing their best, but they're never really quite seem to put in any time, effort, or energy. It could almost be like you're waiting for this person to put in that time, effort, and energy before you're going to be willing to trust them enough to make that next move. And again, that could be another area where this person at times is feeling like there's pressure on them. But whatever the case might be, I hope that makes sense in some way, shape, or form. Okay, we have the core values card. Seek partners whose core values align with your own. Meet your tribe at places of interest to you. So there's that, but the seek partners whose core values align with your own. And I do feel like for some of us, I feel like for some of us too, even when it comes to this King of Swords, King of Cups debacle that I was trying to go over before, that Two of Cups is going to indicate that there are similar core values and life goals between you both. It's going to indicate that there are mutual romantic feelings, there's mutual respect for one another, there's mutual love for one another, etc., and so on. So at the end of the day, there are a lot of core values that the two of you do have in common with one another. Okay, let's get another card or two. We have trigger, overreaction, respond rather than react, avoid decisions based on fleeting emotions. And to be honest, I don't know why, but that's yet again bringing me back to like the King of Swords versus the King of Cups. Like where for some of us, like it's almost like, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know why this keeps coming up. I believe I said it before, but it's almost like maybe one of you is more so embodies that King of Cups energy, and maybe the other more so embodies that King of Swords energy. Where one of you does at times, or one of you is more in tune with your emotions, the other one is more in tune with their logical side. whatever the case might be. And to me, even taking away from what the card itself says, maybe there's times where the two of you trigger one another. And also, I feel like going back to that Two of Cups, that could be a reason why the two of you are such a good match for one another. The Two of Cups, as I was saying before, or just the Two of Cups in general, it always brings me this message of you being able to see things from a perspective that your partner can't, and your partner being able to see things from a perspective that you can't. And I feel like the two of you do trigger one another because of that. I feel like there's times where there's arguments being had, but I feel like if the two of you, and this of course might be another controversial opinion of mine, but it's almost like I feel that if the two of you could improve your communication with one another and recognize that it's not a personal attack, that the two of you would be able to give one another so much perspective in life, that the two of you would be able to grow and learn and help each other grow and learn throughout life together. So again, not sure who that resonates for, and as always, use discernment. I believe I started this reading off saying that. But that's something that's coming through here for me. And we have the Sword and the Rose. Clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. For me, that's certainly going to bring up clarity. And I even feel like we're going all the way back to the first oracle card that jumped out being the strategy card. There's a need for the two of you to get back onto the same page again. I feel like that's perhaps one of the strongest things to come through to me toward the end of this reading. I feel like, again, even going back to before we started the oracle cards and I kept getting that message of pressure, I feel like you and this person need to have a very open and very honest conversation with one another, especially because for some of us, I feel like we are in a relationship with this person, or we've been in a relationship with this person, and it's getting to the point where it's almost like, what are we doing here? You know, like, are we going to continue forward with one another? There's certain things that the two of you do definitely trigger within one another, but I feel like right now the two of you need to get back on the same page. If you want to be, you know, of course, like, if you want to be back on the same page with this person. But that's something that's coming through to me here. You know, there's certain aspects when it comes to the emotions of this connection, when it comes to the future of this connection, that is freaking your person out, for lack of a better way of saying it. And I feel like this person, you know, I feel like you and this person have a lot of love for one another, but somewhere along the way, you're on different pages of the same, you know, of the same book. So there's a need. I'm just going to leave it at that, pile two. I hope that makes sense for whoever this is meant for. Thank you so much, my pile twos. And I hope that everybody has a wonderful weekend. Hello, pile three, my rose quartz pile. Let's take a look at what your person is currently thinking about you and about the connection that the two of you share. Okay, my pile threes, let's see what is on your person's mind in regard to the connection between you both. We've got the Lovers starting us out. We have the King of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. We have the Two of Cups. And let's get one more card out here. It seems like, oh my goodness, straight to the fucking floor. And we have the Knight of Cups. So this is going to be a very short, very sweet reading. There's not much here for me to say. It's funny because I feel like the complicated readings get a lot more words out of me. But for me, it's just kind of like, okay, this person has strong feelings for you. Depending, of course, on what stage of the game that we are at when it comes to this person moving things forward with you. It could indicate getting asked out. It could indicate becoming exclusive with one another. It could indicate getting engaged. So again, it's really just highly dependent on where it is that the two of y'all are at with one another. The Lovers, aside from representing all things love and soulmates and unicorns and rainbows, is also indicative of decisions. And I feel like when it comes to the decision that your person has made and has been thinking about making, is that this person wants to make this connection more so committed than it currently is at this moment in time. That King of Pentacles to me is highlighting that this person sees that there is a long-term, stable, committed future between the both of you. It's indicative of this person doing everything that they possibly can to, like, let's say, prove themselves to you as someone who can support you and provide for you. And of course, this could have to deal with finances. Maybe they've been focusing more on getting settled within their own life. But I also feel like a huge part of that could be this person proving to you that you can trust them, that you can rely on them, that they will be there for you, that, you know, that they will provide you with supportiveness and love and support, I guess, let's say. Whatever the case might be, this person's made the decision that they want to move this connection forward. They want this connection to be more so committed than it currently is. They see something very stable and secure between you both. And they feel like there is definitely a long-term commitment that is coming about in regard to this connection. We move forward to the Ace of Swords, and that Ace of Swords to me is a card of clarity and communication, which to me shows that this person is communicating their feelings to you. It shows to me that they are expressing themselves, telling you what it is that they want to do and what they see as far as the future of this connection. And I feel like that goes in line with the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is also a card that's going to indicate that this person's expressing their emotions to you. And I feel like, again, whatever way you want to slice it in regard to whatever type of connection you are currently in with this person, there's a strong indication of this person giving you clarity surrounding where they want this connection to go in the future. So Two of Cups to me is going to represent a very stable, harmonious, romantic relationship with one another. The Two of Cups is going to bring up that this person feels like they can be themselves around you. They feel like this connection is one of mutual feelings, mutual support, mutual respect. They feel like you give them the perspective that they need and vice versa. That Two of Cups to me, similarly to the Lovers, is going to highlight that there's a lot of love or a lot of like within this connection. This person feels very strongly attached to you, or feels like there's a very strong connection here. Like for me, I'm not saying that you guys are, but for me, to see the Lovers, the Two of Cups, and maybe even the Knight of Cups closing it out, I would say that whatever ideas your person has of, you know, of soulmates or soul connections, I would say that this person really truly feels that you are their match. You know, this person feels like you are their person. This person feels like you are a, you know, let's say potential soulmate. This person feels like you are a potential life partner, etc. and so on. And, you know, this person's giving you clarity about how they want this connection to become more committed or where they see it going in the future. And this person's doing the work. You know, they're putting in the work. They're asking you, you know, they're telling you. What I like with this too is they're asking you to take this next step forward with them, but they're also telling you and expressing to you and giving you clarity surrounding their thoughts and their feelings. So overall, my pile threes, I hope that this makes sense in some way, shape, or form. Now let's get some cards out here as far as the, you know, just as far as their thoughts and feelings. And we've got emotional intimacy. And I would say emotional intimacy, oh my goodness, now I can't talk. I would say that emotional intimacy is definitely something that is super, super, super strong within this connection. Because for me, it seems like for many of us, like we're falling for this person and this person is falling for us, etc. You know, it just seems like to me that this is a very strong, very solid connection that the two of you have built with one another. And we had the love call card falling out to the floor, but to me, like I said, it just seems like there's a very strong connection between you both. It seems as though the two of you are moving onward and upwards together. That love call card bringing up someone expressing love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. I feel like the thinking of you and letting you know is almost second nature in regard to this connection, in regard to you and in regard to them. You know, it just seems like to me there is a lot of emotional expression within this connection. It seems like this person does whatever they can do to give you their perspective, to give you the clarity you need, and to let you know how they are feeling about you. Okay? And as always, this is another situation. I said this a couple, like last week in one of these readings, where this is another situation where we take what resonates and we leave the rest, because if your person is not very open and honest with you or upfront about their feelings, then this might not be your pile, because here the emotional intimacy between you and your person is very, very strong. You know, this person and you seem to give one another clarity always and always have. It seems as though the two of you feel very comfortable confiding in one another. It seems as though the two of you feel very comfortable expressing yourselves to one another, giving yourselves clarity. I'm starting to stutter because we have the card back together. So maybe for some of us, so we have reunited, good chance of getting back together, are back together, things flowing well again. So for some of us, maybe this is an indication that we have reconnected with someone or are reconnecting with somebody from our past. For others, though, even that last message on the card, things flowing well again, could be an indication that things within our connection, especially now that we seem to have a plan toward the future with one another, especially now that we're giving one another the clarity that we need, we're moving things forward. It just seems as though things are now flowing well again. So if we felt a little stuck or we felt a little stagnant in the recent past, into the immediate future and the near future, we're going to feel like things are flowing well again, like things are beginning to pick up, like the relationship or the connection is going in the direction that we've been wanting it to go in. So I do hope that that makes sense, whatever side of the coin you are on. And then we have the communication card. Address concern without attacking person. Communication is the issue. Healthy, loving dialogue. Based on everything else that I've seen here today, I'm inclined to feel like it's more so the healthy and loving dialogue. Okay, between all of these cards here, there is very strong communication between the both of you. And I feel like if there ever was a concern in regard to communication, or really in regard to anything between the both of you, that the two of you seem to be extremely emotionally mature enough to be able to have a conversation and communicate with one another about whatever it was that was bothering either one of you. Okay, so I do hope that this made sense. My pile 3 is what a lovely little reading we have done here today. And I hope that everybody has a wonderful weekend.